What's this like for you getting these opportunities here in the Western Conference Finals?
It's a great opportunity, to be a part of this, and know what we're trying to build here. And for me to have these opportunities, to have this chance to play in the playoffs my first time, it's a great experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was going to ask you, because you were getting a lot of more minutes early in the season and all that, how difficult is it to stay patient and just wait your turn, so to speak?
Yeah, it's difficult, but that's part of being a pro. Staying ready whenever you hear your name called. Going out there and being able to be ready to perform. And I feel like that's something that I've done good this year is staying ready. So whenever I hear my name called, and I'm able to go out there and perform at my best. So. Yeah.
Your first playoffs, Derek Lively's first playoffs. How is it that this team is like talking to you to get ready for that time, even though you don't have much experience?
We go out there. We like you said, me, D Live, like pretty much all the young guys on the team. We have no fear, so we just want to learn and get better. And I feel like that plays a big part in with our leaders. I feel like they do a good job of leading us, Kyrie, Luka. Keeping guys engaged, and I feel like that goes a long way with us, and I feel like that plays a big part in why we have had so much success this season. So.
What's Kyrie's? I assume there's a mentorship there. What is that like, and what is the best thing you've learned from him?
Yeah, well, Kai, he's always giving me information, always there for me, and he wants to see me get better. So I'm always asking him questions, a sponge. I like working him out, and I ask him like certain things in his workouts that he does, and it's just good to see that, and being able to learn from someone that caliber of player, a future Hall of Famer, is great. So.
How do you keep yourself motivated, Jaden?
I keep myself motivated. I mean, I feel like that's just how I grew up. I'm just humble, and I'm just willing to put in work for things that I feel like that I could achieve in whatever I set out to do. So I feel as if whenever I'm out there, I feel like just putting in the work and staying humble. I feel like that takes me a long way. So
this is a franchise that hasn't been in this position for 13 years. What does it feel like to be a part of this team that's doing so well?
It feels great. It's a great position to be in. For sure, can't take this for granted. And it's a blessing. I look at it as a blessing. So just taking it day by day, and we want to go all the way. So.
How much has the game slowed down for you? You're making some plays out of the short roll and making some things happen there. How much has the game slowed down for you to be able to be contributing this way?
Yeah, the game has slowed down for me in so many ways, and that goes to the work that I put in late nights in the gym and watching film with the coaches. So with all of that and my faith in my craft, I feel like that what plays a part in me, like being ready and being able to go out there and perform with the minutes that I'm given.
And you feel like that confidence continues to grow for you every time you step out on the floor?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, my confidence continues to grow, even when I'm out there with Luka and Kyrie, and they telling me to go. So whenever they tell me to go, I go. So
Like what they did with Gobert last night, and Luka's telling you to go ahead and go on Gobert.
Yeah, that's all I needed to hear when he told me that.
Going back to Kyrie a little bit, is there a move that you watched him execute that you kind of wanted to add to your arsenal too?
With Kyrie, I like the counters. Like I feel like he has a bunch of counters for anything that's thrown at him. And I mean, with him, it's his pace, not being sped up. And I feel like the way he controls the game, him and there are two closers. So I feel like you could go either way. I feel like when it's a close game. So I feel like with having them both, that's a luxury. So it's great for me to be able to learn from both of them.
What is your experience?
Speaking of counters and Kyrie, knowing Kyrie the way you do, when you heard Anthony Edwards say, "I got Kyrie," what did you think of that?
Oh, he gonna be in for a long night, because I already knew Kyle was coming,
right.
and Kyle liked that type of stuff. I feel like that get him ready, that get him going. So,
What has your experience been? A really high-level defensive opponent, and they're throwing all kinds of coverages at you guys, changing up all the time, trying to figure you guys out. As you're trying to navigate all that, what has your experience been in that process?
With the different coverages, just reading the game and taking what the defense is giving us. Not really being sped up and playing together and playing at our pace. I feel like we do a good job of sticking together. Even when teams do go on runs, I feel like we do a great job of keeping our composure and just leaving it all out there on the floor. So
Jaden, you've never been shy about representing Detroit. What has it been like this season, especially right now, getting that hometown love? I'm sure they're in your DMs and group chats and everything supporting you.
Yeah, it's great, you know, to have my family and a bunch of my friends from my hometown, Detroit, you know, watching me and seeing how far I've made it. It's a truly a blessing. And I just thank God that I'm in this position today, and you know, I just always just remain humble and just give gratitude. So.
Jaden, have you taken yourself outside of your position as a professional basketball player right now and thought from maybe your 7-year-old, you know, little kid self, like a childhood perspective of, I've got Luka and Kyrie as my teammate, Jason Kidd, a Hall of Fame head coach, Chuck and Shaq are talking about the game that I'm playing right now. Like, how surreal 2 years in the league is this moment for you? Have you given yourself like time and space?
I mean, really, I like to. I think about it, and I mean, it really is just a dream come true when I think about it. And like I said, it's just a blessing to be here. And you know, I'm super grateful to be on this team. I feel like we have a bunch of great guys and coaches that are stick together and believe in each other. So I feel like when you have a great organization where people just want to see everybody do good and push for each other, I feel like that goes a long way. And I feel like that's why we having good success this season. So.
You of course get to see Luka and Kyrie every day, but during the games, is there a moment that you still get amazed, especially when it comes to closing the games, those special moments, like what they get to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty much. They amaze me every game, pretty much. Like they do something new every game with Kyrie and Luka. I mean, just like the moves that they do, they pull, or the layups Kyrie does, or the step backs Luka does, and them moments I feel like are what makes this game so fun. So.
You are
what
1
move
year.
does Kyrie have that you're most jealous of that you've tried to add to your game?
I'll probably say, I don't know what move. I'll probably say, I feel like I could do the moves he could do. It's just the counters and like the timing and his pace. And I feel like just being able to learn from him and being a sponge towards him, I feel like it's only going to like rub off on my game.
It's
so.
the quickness the adaptivity that he does with, right?
Yeah, the quickness and like how intentional he is with his moves and stuff like that. So.
I saw a stat that you guys have 48 lob dunks in the playoffs. All the other teams have 59. Why has the lob dunk been such a threat for you guys?
I feel like the lob dunk, I mean, that goes to our bigs. I feel like they've done a great job, you know, holding the paint down. And, you know, whenever we able to get in the paint and the bigs step up, you could just throw it up. Those guys going to go get it. You could throw it anywhere, you know, with D-Live and Gaff. I mean, ever since we got Gaff, and you know, Lively was such a big, you know, asset to the team when we got him. So you know, just having those guys to be able to, you know, have lob threats and people who can protect the paint is good for us.
We asked you and Jason about the leadership role that Markieff has been playing all season long. Any relationship with you guys, and what has he kind of told you throughout the season?
Yeah, Keith, you know, he talks to everybody in the locker room. You know, he's pretty much like the one that like holds the locker room down. So you know, with Keith, you know, he's just like the OG. Like everybody listen to him, like everybody respect him. So it's like a respect factor in the locker room that goes a long way with Keith. And you know, I grew up watching Keith like since I was younger. So I've always known him and his brother. So and I worked out with him when I was younger. So he's a good dude, and I was just glad to be his teammate. So.
Anthony Edwards is just 1 year older than you, and he has to lead the Timberwolves. From that age perspective, do you think, how hard do you think it is on them to have a leader that is so young?
I feel like he's still growing. Like you said, he's young. So I feel like he's still a young player that's growing in this league. You know, he's already pretty much a superstar in this league. So he's going to keep growing, but I feel like he's going to continue to get better. And, yeah.
Jaden, from the outside looking in, one of the things that's been talked about most recently is your growth as a playmaker. Can you talk about how Jason Kidd, being one of the best playmakers ever, has really helped you mold into the playmaker that we see every game now?
Yeah, well, Coach Kidd, you know, he's always giving me, you know, good feedback, telling me, you know, whenever I'm out there, just, you know, play my game and slow down, read the floor. So I feel like with Jason, having like a Hall of Fame like point guard as a coach, I feel like it's great, you know, being able to learn from him. And, you know, I respect his love for the game and just like his love for the game. So I feel like, yeah.
How much easier is it to throw those alley-oop passes that you've completed a couple, you know, when you have targets that are probably the jumpiest, most athletic players you've ever played with?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, you know, when I'm out there reading the floor and I see that the big stepping up and nobody's on like dropping down on the help side for the big. So or it's like somebody that's too little to even be able to contest it. So I mean, you could just throw it up there and they'll go get it. So just reading the defense.
And 3 series in, what would you say has been the most challenging part of the playoffs that you had to like take some time to adapt to?
I would say, for me, it's been a bit different. For me, it's just more so about like staying ready. And when I hear my name called, just being ready. And I feel like, that's what I've done and trying to be able to take advantage of these opportunities and, just keep going.
How hard is that, though? Because you've been starting your whole life and now you're just coming off the bench every now and then.
Yeah, that's what I go back to saying, always just staying humble. Not really letting that affect me, staying in the gym, still working out, keeping my body healthy. So I feel like, that goes a long way, just being a pro, staying ready. So.
Jaden, you've been a part of a lot of teams and a lot of locker rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about, at the end of the day, after it's all said and done, where is this team going to rank for you as far as like a brotherhood? Because media is saying, it feels special in Dallas, and it really does with you guys.
I feel like, all our guys, I feel like we all close, and I feel like we all, just like you said, brothers. And I feel like, with any other guys, you can hit them up even outside of here, go grab something to eat, something, whatever it is, just hang out, do something. And I feel like we got a special bond with our guys. And I feel like when you have those type of bonds with your coaches and players, I feel like that's good. So.
Do you feel like the moment that D-Live lost his mother, that maybe, even took it another level, because that really put basketball into perspective? At the end of the day, it's just a game. We're here for the stuff off the court as well. Do you think?
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad to happen for D-Live, but he knows that everybody in the locker room and in the organization is here with him by his side, and he knows that if he ever needs to pick up and call anybody, we gonna answer for him, and just know like that he has people like by his side. So.